Don't go anywhere, we're going to have a quick word from one of our sponsors, Apex Lab. Elevate your coffee experience with Apex Lab mineral concentrates. Apex Lab's precision-engineered formulas, including tonic, jam, and lilac, are designed to enhance the coffee's natural flavors. Not going to change it, it's just going to enhance it. It's going to bring out the vibrant acidity, the rich sweetness, or if you use lilac, it might bring out those delicate floral notes that you've been looking for. Trusted by world-class cafes and even barista champions, Apex Lab helps you unlock your coffee's full potential. Discover more at apexlab.com. Wait, where was that again, Sonam?
The internet.
Oh, okay. Thought he was going to say the website. Thanks. Today's episode is brought to you by our amazing sponsors at Eco Barista. The reason I sound like this is because they got massages at our stand at Mice, and so I'm getting a massage while recording this message for you. They're the best sponsor of the pod that we could have had. They have the best eco products. This probably sounds really pornographic, but it's not. I'm just getting a massage. They have the best eco-friendly coffee products. They got coffee bags that you can design yourself. They got cups. They got iced coffee cups. They got everything you need. So make sure to support them because they support us. Head to ecobarista.com.au and get 15% off your first purchase when you sign up. Oh, mama, that's good.
Welcome back to another coffee break. It's me and Sonam here, sipping on some delicious coffee that I have, dived into the AeroPress Championship recipe archives. It is Marie Hagemeister from Denmark 2010, her championship recipe. So we tried to use the cool grinder, but it didn't work. But we, weighed out 20 grams. I hand ground them. That's why it tastes so good. Slightly finer than filter grind. 80-degree water this week. So a little warmer than last week. It was literally 70-something degrees. I don't know how it worked. But we brewed it inverted. I got some tips on looking for them bubbles when you kind of invert and go to press.
You got to get that plunge right.
Got to get that plunge right. And I used the filter water that we're rocking. So
I can taste.
Clean as can be. Obviously paper rinsed. What I'm starting to see is that the recipes for AeroPress are quite simple.
They have to be. They have to be simple because you have to replicate them quickly and you've got a short time frame in which to exact them. Yeah. You're also, Liam, I don't know if you scrolled up or scrolled down, you can see the change in the recipes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to a few shake-ups when we quickly jump temperatures and brew times and volumes.
Yeah. So today, it was a 10 to 12 second stir and then get it done, and then plunge through before the air comes through. And we are repping fresh from Kantaro, Kantaro's pod. We got the Coffee Weekend merch here.
These are great, by the way. Love ceramics. Thank you.
Yeah. So these are tasting cups, right?
Correct.
And so one side has like a kind of a falling lip, and then the other side is like a traditional cup, like a vertical thing. And so you can kind of either pour into your mouth or sip from the lip, if that makes sense.
Yep. I think one's designed for espresso and one's designed for filter. I think that's the rationale behind it.
Which one's which?
That's filter, the one we're on, because the coffee weekend's on that side. Yep. Delicious.
Yum. Also, the coffee where is a filter roast. Ethiopian from Haven, varietal heirloom. Natural profile blueberry jam, mandarin, jasmine. It's yummy.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting all of that. The natural's nice, and it's also an Ethiopian base. So.
Yeah. No, it's delish. I think when I was grinding it, I was like, that smells a bit chocolatey, and then the berries came through. This is yummy.
Very yummy. So, I think maybe first let's just catch up.
Hey.
What's it? It's a very, very weird week, isn't it? That weird week when you're in between Easter and just like a short week. We've got Anzac Day as well here in Australia, so there's another day on that Friday. So when you're listening to this, you're going to have only worked 3 days if you haven't been smart enough to take those days off as well and take a full long week.
Silly billies.
Where we are in Melbourne right now feels a bit desolate. People have definitely disappeared. People have vacated the city at the moment. You can feel it.
That's how it goes over here. There's a day off. You're going either way down the coast, just out of the city.
Everyone's out, aren't they?
Yeah.
You can definitely feel it. But you know what? That means more city for us.
That's
and
right.
less for everyone else.
And to be honest, the list of things that I want to try in the city has now skyrocketed since our podcast with Kantaro.
Yeah, look, maybe we might even have to make that a work day, Liam. Our Kantaro crawl.
You've heard this. It's official. You're all witness to this. So yeah, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm excited. And I can't believe like it just never ended. And we actually didn't end up finishing the entire list of all the businesses that this man runs and is a part of.
He's got a little shop roaster at La Barja, and we completely neglected to mention it and talk about it or delve into it at all, even though it's a podcast about coffee.
Yeah, horrific.
Oh, dear
horrific.
God. I mean, he was so nice not to talk about it and be angry or anything like that. I appreciate that.
I mean, honestly, like, but we covered everything, and like from his dinner restaurants to like the sake bar to dessert to everything. I still can't stop thinking about the restaurant that his mum kind of runs, where it's open twice a week. There's only 4 seats, and she just does the most incredible. Like I've forgotten what the actual traditional kind of style meal that she prepares, but it's prepared in like a clay pot, and it's a bit like stocky, brewy, but it's like what he grew up having, and I think just replicating that experience is so beautiful.
So just a fact check, it is kamameshi, and it's a rice dish cooked in a kama, an iron pot. So
Iron.
yeah, so he was saying to me that
Definitely
it's
said clay.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, who did the research on this? Well, anyway, the cutest thing ever was that when he was growing up and he had the parents with the restaurant, it was his mum's favorite dish that the father cooked that she's now doing in this restaurant. And it's just like, God, man.
My heart be
Could you-
still.
Yeah, could you be any nicer, cuter?
Yeah, amazing. And we're also just absolutely fangirling over Kantaro on Instagram, taking the ferret. He's got like the cutest little ferret that he takes out on adventures everywhere.
Kantaro is very, very Japanese, yeah, and he's also very humble, but he's also got some very cute hobbies. And when you look at his Instagram, it is unreal. He's got one reel about how he's trying to design a card game, one reel about taking his ferret to St Kilda Beach, one reel about doing a ramen pop-up. He just doesn't stop, and it's reflected in his offering and what he's done and the way he thinks about things. Obviously a very deep thinker and obviously a very good business associate going forward for us, Liam. This is just going to unlock a whole new world of Japanese roasters and Japanese people that we get to meet and hang out with. And I think it was pretty obvious when you guys first heard Liam on the pod with Kantaro. He's a bit of a Japan file.
Guilty.
I was surprised you didn't open the coffee break in Japanese.
Ohayou gozaimasu. Coffee break. Coffee o nomemasu. I don't know enough, actually.
That was very, very convincing, though. I'm convinced. I'm like, what
look,
happened?
I can say my hellos. I can say my goodbyes. I studied it through high school, and have always loved the cuisine and the culture. So
what we're going to do is often in this business, we'll have a manifestation sort of situation every maybe sort of 3 to 6 months. After that, I think what we need to do is think about how we can take It's Just Coffee / Golden Brown to Japan and do a full series visiting what is on offer as some of the best coffee and coffee experiences in the world. So let's do it, Liam. 3, 2, 1, out there in the world. Doing it.
No, I'm so down. And I also it's so exciting. I think it becomes not that it wasn't real, but just knowing he's already taken part of Australia to Japan in the coffee world. It's like those ties are already there.
He's done it twice.
Exactly. We've got the hostess with the mostess. We're like asking, he knows where to bring people here in Australia. He knows where to take us when we're over there. It's like,
yeah, it'll be an unbelievable experience. And I think anybody that's thinking about coming along to this experience, book early. What will happen is once people actually find out about it, I know he's been quite busy just getting everything into play, getting all the essentially all the ducks lined up. Now he's starting to push hard on the marketing side of things. Get in early, get your tickets, because there's a once-in-a-lifetime event, because it may not happen again. Not because it's a once-in-a-lifetime event and he's only ever run it once. It's like, no, it requires you to go in, try all the coffees, have a great time, go to the cafes that week afterwards around Melbourne. If you're from Sydney, fly down. Come on. It'd be amazing. If you're from Adelaide, drive down. It'd be amazing. I think you're not going to get many experiences like this where people will be like, I remember day one. Remember that first day on that? I've got a strong feeling that this is going to be one of those festivals that we talk about for years to come where we go,
Were you there?
Yeah. And also like it'll be a regular fixture on everyone's calendar. Everyone will want to be there. I said it during the main pod. You're not going to get this experience in Japan when you go to Japan. Maybe apart from Tokyo Coffee Festival, but even that has its own commercial leanings, whereas this is like a pretty pure event, really.
It's also like you got to take into consideration the size of this thing. It's like this is starting out, and as much as they're doing like multiple, like would you say sessions?
Yep.
It's 3,000 versus like we did 31,000 at the exhibition center, and that was people were rocking up to come through the door and everything. It's like you will need to got to be on it early.
Yeah.
If you want to come to this, it's like this feels cool. And it's going to...
Yeah, it'll definitely be cool. You want to wear your best clothes.
Man.
What are you going to wear, Liam?
Oh my God, what am I going to wear? I'm stressed.
Stressed just thinking about
I'm stressed about the dress. Yeah.
We also had a little bit of a chat off air about the best ramen in Melbourne. What was he saying in the end? What was the one? It was Miso's...
Misoya.
Misoya's?
Yeah. Misoya Sakebai is like an amazing... ramen place in Brunswick, and apparently they've opened up another one just down the road on the same street. And that's his go-to.
Yeah, if that's his go-to, that's where I'm going.
Yeah. That also, I'm glad I found, like that's been my spot. Like that, one of my chef friends called Shay moved out of town, but she was like, you have to go to this place. Went there a couple of years ago. And it's now spread through my family. The sister goes there. It's almost tradition that when we get back from anywhere on a plane, we go past Misoya, jump in, grab ramen.
Nice. I know. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to a nice cold day here in Melbourne to go and have a really good treat.
It's delish.
Liam, some other stuff just to bring up is you've just moved house, yeah? How's that going for you?
Oh my God. I mean, what do they say? They say like there's the most stressful things that a human can go through is like on top of the list is like public speaking, and then like shortly after that is moving house.
Oh.
And it's been a wild couple of weeks because I am in the very fortunate position that my grandmother has passed down her grand piano to me, and it's the grand piano that Mum went into labor underneath, and then I ended up learning on. It's a crazy little piece of me in general. But Mum, who was in the big family home, they had to move out. They were like, "Yo, the grand piano's on you." And so we took that opportunity to be like, "Well, it's not going to fit in our apartment, so let's move as well." So we timed it all. We got the grand piano in there, but it's just we've been getting out of the family home. That was an ordeal. We went through 5 skips worth of
when in doubt, throw it out.
Yeah, exactly. And convenient for my mum, us moving into a new place. She got to, save some of her prized furniture, just fill our place before we got in there.
Preserved it for the future legacy.
Yeah, so I'm going to take this next weekend to just fully set up. But yeah, we're signing off, and we're out of the thick of it.
But the reason I asked this is because Liam, he goes on so many journeys here, and he's on his own home barista journey now. He's got himself a Breville dual boiler and a smart grinder. How's that going for you at home? You loving it?
Man, I have been deep diving. I went into the settings actually. This morning was a joy because I'm going into settings, and Breville have a lovely little additional part with the dual boiler that you can set it to turn on when you want. That's an automated thing. I know that doesn't seem like much to anyone, but before work, it's just running in and the coffee machine's just waiting, ready for you. And I'm like,
a luxury.
It is. It feels nice. So I dialed that in. We've been, it's actually, I got to take it apart. Our grind is a little bit like it fluctuates a little too much. And I know you got to like.
The internal burr, there's a few steps
right?
there, yeah.
Haven't done that yet. So.
That's only if you're at the extremities, though. Are you at the extremities of the grind settings? You're too, like, as coarse as it gets or as fine as it gets?
No, we're sitting around that, 2, 3. But
it probably should then, yeah.
I think it fluctuates because it's in our kitchen. The temperature really shifts. Like it warms up during the day, but it cools down at night. Like it's quite, stone floor kind of thing. So I don't know if that has something to do with it because we go from it'll be sitting at a 7 grind. So it's like on the coarser side. It feels like it is. And then I'm all the way to 2, 1.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you just need to dose less at a time. Don't put too much in the hopper and just have it resting, which is hard, because you get used to that style and you're like, well, then why else do I have a hopper?
Yeah. But we're actually planning, we're incentivizing ourselves to set up the house because we've got a little back area now. We've got a little deck. And so we want to kind of have a little post like gym weekend, like hot cross buns and some coffees on the deck, have the fam through. So
little brunch.
Yeah, exactly. Cute as.
You know what I really want to talk about after maybe about 2 or 3 months is where your caffeine consumption is, because the first time you get a coffee machine at home, you start getting a little bit too into the coffees.
I mean, it's bad enough that we work with this amount of coffee, but now that I have it at home, I have one before I get here, which is already, as he pours some more of this.
It's actually, it's that thing where I often find myself having a 5 o'clock brew.
5 o'clock brew.
Oh, yeah, like a little shorty at 5 o'clock just to get me through that. Sorry, Liam's pouring me coffee into my lanyard. Thank you. No, the main reason for that coffee is just I can put the kids down nicely. I've got the focus when I'm doing it. Afterwards, you can clean up the house properly, and then if you need to catch up on some work, and then chill out. And it's like you're not laboring through it. You've had that little shorty that's just got you through.
The Nappuccino.
Yeah, almost.
No, I try and make it a real strict rule of like post 12, post 1, just don't touch it, because I already struggle to sleep, not from like lack of, like when I close my eyes, I'm asleep. But, I have a wind down that takes way too long. I love a little watch of a show and things. And when I've got a little caffeine, some stoke in keeping me going, then it's
You
bad.
go to the gym a lot as well. So you'll be at the gym after work, so your endorphins are up regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
So if anybody has any coffee that they want to send in either to ourselves here at It's Just Coffee or to Liam at home to try on his machine, because, he's only going to really drink the coffee that's in here and comes from Golden Brown really. But if there's other coffees that people want to see Liam drinking, maybe they've got a half and half, maybe they've got a full decaf they could recommend him. I reckon he's up for it. I'm up for it. I want to see him explore his barista journey as much as possible. I know everyone's still thinking, where the hell is everyone else? Why the freaking hell is this guy still here? I'm trying my best. We're looking for a new host. Rowan's almost back. Don't worry, he'll be here soon. You've still got Liam, which is lucky. You need at least one constant, We're very self-aware here of what's happening with the fluctuations in the pod. So just rest assured, we've got quite a few candidates that are being shortlisted, but we've got 2 that are leading the charge at the moment that we're looking at.
Exciting times, to be honest.
Very exciting. Well, I mean, you look at how much that opportunity opens up opportunities for us.
Very much.
Very much so. And then, Liam, what's on for the next couple of weeks here? It's Just Coffee. We got anybody cool you thinking of coming in, or?
I think we're just dialing in, getting back to just pumping out some beautiful episodes and getting some shots out. And, we've started strong with Andy, and the new accounts are doing really well. Our YouTube's doing awesome. Instagram, been switching up. I don't know if anyone can notice, but we've been, instead of doing those graphics, the kind of blog style posts, we've like leaned into more doing a reel. And so I've had fun like editing like the beautiful shots of our guests as the cover reels and keeping it a bit more streamlined, But apart from that, looking ahead to the hosts and looking ahead to, I guess, this event with Kantaro. Like we've come out of Dubai into MICE and now into this period. And so, exciting times.
I think a retail or customer facing festival for us will be a really nice switch up as well. And also with both of those last 2 festivals, we had commercial obligations that we had to fulfill for the media company. So we couldn't quite indulge as much as we wanted to into the coffee side of things. So this one will be an absolute pleasure. We're not looking to do too much on the days when we're there. We just want to help everyone learn about this event as much as possible, learn about the roasters who are going to be there, what they're offering, what sort of situation you're going to walk into. Also, if you can't get all of it, where will everyone be afterwards? Where will everyone be brewing in their local cafes, and what sort of legacy piece that'll leave? Because it'll also help you learn more about Japan, learn more about coffee, learn more about coffee in Japan, and hopefully for us, learn about who to hang out with when we go to Japan.
Yeah. I also think there's something like so nice about this is really happening in real time. So we will be giving you our honest kind of feedback of like what our findings are, what our favorite things were. Like, we're truly going to be there, like experiencing it ourselves. So I think our pods during that kind of that week and with whoever we find are really going to we're not going in with a plan, you know what I mean? Like we're going to really give you the honest experience and bring you along with us. So yeah, and I especially like Kantaro was saying, like we've got, yes, there's the days where you go around and you try all these coffees with tokens, stamps and, you know, all filter, all beautiful, like some really, really special coffee. But then the following week those roasters are going to be collaborating with different venues throughout Melbourne and he's going to be putting it up as a calendar, right? So we're going to be able to if you find your favorites or you hear about a favorite or you weren't able to see someone that you're like, oh, that sounds awesome. We'll be able to go and see what they're up to with whoever they're collaborating with.
Yeah,
so,
you got coffee weekend straight into coffee week and then, who knows where that could take us. I think cool. The exciting part for him will be watching the response of this event. And, I said it at the start and I'll say it again at the end. Please go. Go for him. Go for yourself. Go for Japan and obviously go for the coffee. Anything else we need to touch on before we quickly step out for the week, Liam?
I haven't touched base with you. What's going on?
Me. Lots. Always. You know what it's like. I was
putting out fires.
I was single parenting for 2 weeks. So that was a task in itself. But
it was the Don Man's B-Day?
Yeah, it was my son's birthday as well. So that was always a pleasure. My partner was overseas for work and one of the days she was away for was our son's birthday. Yeah. Yeah, she did compensate with quite a lot of presents, so he wasn't too upset. It's amazing how easily kids can be bribed. But we had a beautiful weekend, lots of beautiful people to share the birthday with, and we're in a pretty good spot right now. And the weather in Melbourne's been unbelievable. So got one last weekend down at the beach this weekend just passed. You can't really be too upset with that, can you? And then shout out to Laneway Coffee in Dramana. Always puts up when we're out there. So definitely go there. Check out their dual Viper setup next to their dual Lamazocco Linear setup. It's amazing. These guys do some serious numbers. Speaking of serious numbers, Liam, Rowan was saying to me, maybe we should hunt for Australia's busiest cafe.
Cool.
If everyone could just text us, email us, DM us, where is Australia's busiest cafe? We don't, cups, kilos, tell us whatever metric you want.
Is that not common knowledge?
No,
Not
I
really.
don't know. Do you know?
No, you're right.
No, let's find it. Let's find the busiest cafe. Let's give them an award.
I love that.
I love that too. All right. Well, what's the thing that every busy cafe needs? The busiest cafe. What's the most important thing? Probably a puck press.
Yeah.
Some sort of
Puck press is
self-automate.
cool.
Yeah.
Surely they would have a puck press.
They would probably have a puck press.
Oh.
But if they don't, maybe we can give them a puck press.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have so many fun gadgets and stuff like that. I'm trying to think, even a video. That's what you guys do.
Do they need to be any busier though if they're already Australia's busiest?
Yeah, but that's like a celebration of them as well.
It is definitely a
chronicles them,
celebration. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when Rowan's back, I'll chat to you.
What about a pod?
What about a pod with the busiest cafe? What about a pod at the busiest cafe?
Hello, how are you doing?
Proof of business.
Yeah, let's just mic them up while they're working or punching out.
I mean, where would it be? Airports be right up there because you're trapped.
That would be up there. But that also ebbs and flows with the, the flights coming through. I'm trying to think. It would be in one of the cities, surely, or...
Yeah, hospital maybe, something like that.
That's big.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, so we'll get a bit more professional about this and we'll go. I just remembered when we were talking about that. So I think we can flesh this out a bit better and put it to the nation.
Fun.
After the nation, I'd love to go international with this. World's busiest coffee shop. What an amazing title.
I'm just shocked that isn't common knowledge, And also, how we talk about the busiest and how, what is the metric? Is it the amount of coffee that they go through or is it the amount
cups.
of coffee? Yeah.
It's got to be cups because kilos is dependent on your recipe. I reckon It's got to be cups. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Agreed.
Yeah, nice.
Well, that's a bit of fun for you. That's a bit of fodder for everyone to think about.
Yeah.
Coming up, we've still got a few really cool guests lined up. We've got Kirill from Mork coming through. We've got Nathan from the Mulberry Group. Just to name a couple.
Make it way too many.
No.
Yeah.
No? Until next time, Liam.
Coffee break broken.
Smashed.
Love
Obliterated.
it. All right. See you next week, guys.
All right. See you next week, guys. And remember, coffee weekend.
Yeah. Yummy.
So cute.